Analyst, Major General David Fraser. General Fraser, always good to see you. I know that you were covering this for us as these attacks began on Thursday night. We know that they are ongoing here. What do you make of the scope and the targets?
Well, Todd, the scope is unprecedented because for the first time they've gone after nuclear facilities. And the other thing that is impressive and is just the number of individuals that they've gone after. The Israeli intelligence is certainly working on full speed because they knew where all these leaders were, and they've strategically gone out, got the head of the Republican Guard, other members of the Army, the scientists themselves. So they've gone after facilities and people, and they've done this by themselves, and it is unprecedented, certainly strategic. And we are now waiting to find out what's going to happen from the Iranian regime, who are in a bit of a chaos this morning with a lot of their people killed.
What do you make of the timeline here, too? Why now? The Israelis have been threatening this, General Fraser, for years, that they wouldn't tolerate Iran having nuclear weapons. But the day of the attack, June 12th, why now?
Well, Todd, I mean, first of all, the UN has came out against Iran to say they were not fulfilling the proliferation of nuclear weapons. The Israeli Prime Minister said that Iran is literally days, if not weeks, away from getting certain materials that they can produce nuclear weapons. And he said somewhere between 8 to 15 weapons they could get. And at the same time, Iran is severely weakened because of the fight against Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. Israel probably looked at the situation, couldn't get any better than to attack now while Iran is weakened, and with the idea that nuclear weapons could be just around the corner, where Iran is now having to force to change their tactics because of what's going on. So I think it was the confluence of a number of factors. That's why now.
Yeah, we're going to show some of the people that have been killed in this. And, they will not be familiar names, of course, to our audience here in Canada. But these are some of the top commanders, military leaders, generals, as well as nuclear scientists. So it's not just a series of airstrikes. It's on the ground targeted assassinations as well of some of the top-tier Iranians involved in the military and nuclear programs. There are critics who are saying, General Fraser, that this is another example of Israel run amok under Netanyahu, attacking Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, Yemen, and now Iran. What do you make of that criticism? Do you think that this made sense for Israel militarily or not?
Well, Israel, and the Israeli leadership thought it was necessary to protect their nation, and they were attacked on the 6th of October, and they have been attacked by Hezbollah and the Houthis, and it was all sponsored by Iran. Add on top of that, there is a change in relationship between the United States and Israel. Israel is doing an awful lot more unilaterally, and they've made their decision here that this was in the interest of saving their nation. So that's why they've done it, irrespective of what the regional leaders or the United States has said. It does certainly put into question the talks between United States and Iran. That's not going to happen now because that picture you just showed, a lot of those leaders now are gone. So Iran is really suffering from a continuous onslaught and fight by Israel, and that's having a big impact. The question is, what is Iran going to do in response to this? They will do something because they've got to show to Israel and to their own people that they are not down, but they have still got capability. So this is very dangerous, what the next round is going to be, because it's going to be coming towards Israel and, by extension, to the United States based on what the president has said this morning and yesterday.
Yeah, just before we go, worries on your end about escalation. What do you think we may see? We know Iran is in a much weakened state, so are its proxies like Hezbollah, Hamas, even the Houthis as well, General Fraser. But your read on how this will play out now in the days and weeks ahead?
I think we're going to see missile and drone attacks against Israel, and not just 300 or 200. We're going to see more than that over a couple of days. I also think that regional targets, Americans in countries in the Middle East will now become targets, or American facilities, Israeli facilities. We're going to see a lot more terrorism because of this.
David Fraser, retired Major General and CTV military analyst. Good to see you as always, General Fraser. Thank you for this today.
Thanks, Todd.